One real common question we get at home inspections is my water pressure any good? And to be totally honest, you probably don't care. What you're really asking is, am I getting wet when I take a shower? Can I take a shower and someone in the kitchen turn on the sink and I don't notice? That's what you really care about, and that's called functional flow. We have been to homes with over 110 psi water pressure and poor functional flow because either the water lines got kinked, were too small, too much branched off of one line, several reasons that can cause that. We have been to houses with extremely low pressure, but plenty of flow, and no one ever knew it. With all that said, we still take a look at your water pressure. Our concern with water pressure is that it's not too high. Around 80 psi and above, you'll want a pressure regulator. A lot of homes, even with high pressure, can have a pressure regulator either be adjusted. Sometimes they do have to be replaced. They failed and now have full pressure coming through. But when we got below 80 psi and you have good functional flow in the home, not a problem, despite whatever pressure number may come up. So one of the ways we do this is run a couple of sinks and flush a toilet. Did the sinks slow down as they were running? In fact, in the Metro Phoenix market, you're much more likely to have too high a pressure than too low. Our municipalities pump a lot of pressure in. So if you go to a home and it feels like low pressure, you probably have a flow issue and not a pressure issue. By the way, one of the big problems that we see cause a functional flow issue, water softeners that aren't getting serviced, they might be failing, causing some other problems, and all of a sudden you turn on a sink, it looks fine, you turn on another sink, it starts slowing down. A lot of times when people replace their water heater, those flexible lines, they kink too hard, it causes such a restriction in the line, it limits the flow of hot water that's able to come out of that line. And you usually don't notice those when you're running one or two devices, but it's running that third or fourth device that you start seeing water slow down. And that's when we have a functional flow problem. And so we like to take a look.